Coach, congratulations. You said all the way leading up to this game, win the game. The thing I was most impressed with was the toughness. That was old school football out there.
Yeah, it sure was. They have a good team, big, strong, powerful. But man, I thought our guys were gritty. They were tough, won the game in the trenches. And wasn't it cool to see Buckeye Nation come out like this? I mean, that crowd was amazing. To get everybody together to get a win like this, the first game of the year was great. I think it's going to give a lot of confidence to our team because they did this. They kept hearing about last year's team over and over again. They won this game, and so it's going to give us a lot moving forward.
Did anything surprise you? What are you most proud of?
I said this in the press conference. I played this game over in my head, over the last few months a million times to figure out where it was going to go. Because there was so many unknowns. Because a lot of these guys hadn't played before. So when I saw us winning the line of scrimmage, I felt like we were winning on defense. I didn't want to put Julian in a tough spot because, heaven forbid something happened and, we were to lose this game because of something that had happened like that. It's hard to come back from around here. But I think coming out of the game, we could have opened this thing up and really scored more points. But the number one goal here was just win the game. Put this one in your back pocket and build on it.
The one thing I will say about him, I was impressed because this is not an easy atmosphere. This is not an easy place to play football. Thank goodness it was at home, but you're opening against the number one ranked team in the country. This kid is 19 years old. I was impressed with the poise he had out there.
No, I was too. Just to start, we got a lot of football to play here, but I just feel like, could we have run the ball better? Yeah, but we weren't that far off. And so if we can run the ball like that and now start spreading teams out and start getting the pass game going, and I think this offense has a chance. And I gave Brian a lot of credit for calling an unselfish game for a first-time quarterback to kind of get him this win. Think about it. You're a first-time quarterback, and you've got to play against this defense in this environment, number one team in the country, coming off a national championship. That's a big ask. But the moment wasn't too big for him, so a lot to build on.
Take us through the play. He did have that nice pass to Carnell Tate in the end zone, and Carnell went up and got it.
Yeah, it was a play that we were setting up off of an RPO. We thought we were going to get free access, which is a backed up corner. He actually pressed Carnell, and Carnell inside released. He got him leaning on the slant, and you'll see it on the film. He created some separation. Julian probably could have put it on him a little bit better, but what we talk to him a lot of times is with our receivers is given enough air, because the more air you have, the more margin of error there is. And so Carnell came back and made the play on the double catch. What a tremendous catch he made. If we can establish the run the way that we did in this game, our guys are going to find themselves in one-on-one situations. And so that goes to show you the explosiveness of the offense when we need to be. But yeah, great for Carnell to make that kind of a play. That was a big difference in the game.
You look at your defense, Matt Patricia, and I'll tell you what, I don't know that if you would have told me going into this game we'd be talking about, man, they should have had a shutout, but this close to getting the shutout, Coach. I mean, if they can't score, that's important.
We had a good plan going in. Matt's done a really good job of building trust with these guys, with the staff, with the players. I'm happy for him. This is a signature, start for him. And to play the way they did, and then really there was a miscommunication on the touchdown, which all makes us sick. But again, there's going to be so many things we're going to look at this film and say we got to clean this stuff up if we're going to, make the run that we want to and to reach the goals that we wanted. But you can see, Matt put them in a really good position. But ultimately, these guys have to make plays. So you have guys who are starting for the first time, Caden McDonald, C.J. Hicks and Bo Atkinson, and, K.J. Jackson, and Marvell Reese and Jalen McClain. These guys had never started a game before, so you don't know what you're going to expect. But I thought our guys had them ready. And when you play a game like this, it does give you something early on because you're working hard all preseason to get ready for this game. You're just on edge all the time. And we've had a competitive, edgy preseason. I think you saw that from the guys. It's a gritty group. And if we can keep building on this and stay competitive as we are, we'll have a chance.
Last thing, it's not easy to win at this level. It's not easy to beat the number one ranked team in the country. Celebrate this one, right? And then go back to work.
We'll celebrate it tonight. And I hope Buckeye Nation and everybody here can enjoy it tonight because it was great to get everybody together for an atmosphere like this early in the season. And they should celebrate. I thought the fans were unbelievable. there really wasn't many empty seats. When we came out for pregame warm-ups half an hour before the game, it was packed. And don't think that doesn't have an effect on our opponent. It makes a huge difference. So they did their part, and everyone should celebrate. It's a great win. And when you think about the way we ended last season, those monster games, and start a monster game like this, yeah, like we got to enjoy this thing. But man, it's a long season, a long way to go. But I'm glad we're on the win column here in week 1.
Best thing about 1-0?
Yeah, a chance to go 2-0.